Okay, he smells good too. Oh, he knows this guy? Oh, he has a nice car. See how the guy's building attraction with you, even though he didn't necessarily meet a certain requirement of looks right off rip? With a woman, however, ugly, not even going to give her a chance. Don't give a fuck about her status. Don't give a fuck about what her car is. Nothing. So a man has other ways to redeem himself with a woman.
Oh
a woman
God.
does not enjoy these same benefits.
Do you know what you remind me of? That movie, The Ugly Truth. That's exactly the guy that you remind me.
So anyway, going back to what I was saying.
You're
So
right,
yeah,
right.
a woman's looks are her primary agency. It's the first thing that gets her through the door. I mean, you got a boob job. Why'd you get a boob job?
Because I work in the bottle service industry and I thought that it would make you more money. And I'm in the industry to make money.
Okay.
I think there might have been a conversation prior where the girl was denying the fact that her physical appearance might be her worth as far as what she does. And in general for women, like men highly regard physical appearance of women. But let's hear how this unfolds.
But not for dating.
Okay, but hold on. Why would you make more money with bigger boobs?
Because I work in
Wait, but not for dating. Okay, so it makes sense. So actually, it doesn't. I'm not even sure. She already sounds a little bit confused.
the bottle service industry.
No. Okay. No. Guys, everybody be quiet.
Yeah,
Because we're going to use logic here. Why does it make you more money?
I mean, I can use logic. Because like my sexuality is a commodity in my workplace,
Fantastic.
100%.
Now,
And I'm smart enough to.
No, it's not a commodity in your workplace alone. What? You think as a bottle service person, men come in there and they're just like, I am now in the workplace of a woman where the body is a commodity. No, you're literally doing prostitution work, and that's all that is. It doesn't change once you walk into the workplace. If it did, you would wear fake boobs because you didn't want to maybe attract the same kind of people outside the workplace. But that there's a disconnect. Something ain't clicking. Something ain't right. Because the fact that you think only in your workplace do men consider my body and my gender or sex a commodity, you're wrong for that. That's wrong. You know you're wrong for that because you know men consider it that way outside, or else they wouldn't come into your workplace. So men come into your workplace because they like whatever it is that you've done with your body. That's why they come into your workplace. So your workplace is based on the preferences of these kinds of men outside of the workplace. That's why your work exists in the first place, because men had these preferences outside of the workplace. But I don't know how her logic isn't working here because she says she has it. So let's see if she actually has it.
Spend some money on the bottles.
A lot of men.
Okay, why do they spend the money on the bottles that are on the girls that are attractive?
I don't think that they necessarily spend more money based on the girls,
That's
but
what you just
I
said.
feel like I wanted to be more.
And that's what she just said, that I got a boob job so men could spend more money, so men could be more attracted to me. That's why I got the boob job, because I am a commodity. My body is a commodity. So I got the thing that helps the commodity become more valuable to my customers. But at the same time, men don't spend more money just because I got the boob job. Again, something ain't clicking, man. With some of these people, you think this is a joke. You think these people are fake. But this is real. This is how people actually think. Mind blown.
Competitive with the girls that I work with.
To get the job, you gotta look good.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh,
100%.
wait, are we talking about looks?
So I've been in the hospitality industry for over a decade. I've been in the hospitality industry for over a decade, and I can tell you that there's people that are going to come in and they're going to spend regardless of what I look like. And I know that now, 10 years of being in the game. But when I was younger,
Wait.
10 years. What?
They
Somebody
want
got a problem with that?
Yeah, it's older.
Wait, people are going to spend money on you regardless of how you look? Pretty sure that's not true, because if that were true, you wouldn't have gotten a boob job. Again, logic, but might not be present.
It's what?
You're older.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you want me to do? I'm still making mad money. What do you want me to do?
The point is,
Quit?
here's the thing. You literally just said in your own argument that you understood that men value beauty, which is why you went and got your breasts done so that you can make more money.
For a very superficial job. It's a very superficial job. I have to be charming. I have to be outgoing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and in this industry is valuable, but
Okay.
I would never generalize this industry into the entire population.
It's a superficial job. Why is it superficial?
Because people go to get drunk and get fucked and do drugs and do all sorts of shit. But they don't do that in the office. They don't do that at home.
Who are the primary consumers of this beauty that you put yourself through? This pain that you put yourself through for the beauty?
I never said that it was pain.
Breast implants are not comfortable.
They're not comfortable, and you said it was hard. I mean, working out to look good can be painful at times. Getting your chest cut, plastic being shoved in there, silicone, stitched back up, healing process, that's painful. Like rolling your eyelid back and putting mascara on it or eyeliner, whatever it is that you do, it's not feel good. Walking in heels all night, like high heels, sometimes getting drunk to the point where like you're drunk, waking up the next day with the hangover, that's not fun. All of that is painful. All for this. Going through all that sexual exploitive pain just for money.
Real.
Yeah. It's not.
Come on, man.
I mean,
Let's operate in
they're
reality
men.
here.
Men are the ones
reason
that
why
pay
you
for
got
the
the breast done is because you understand that men are the primary consumers
yeah,
of
I said
beauty.
that.
So therefore, you knew it would give you an edge because beauty is a commodity. It's a resource. You make more money with it, and you get certain opportunities given to you from being more beautiful.
Yeah, but it
With
isn't.
that
But it isn't.
comes also opportunities with the opposite gender to meet men that have money, right? Men that have money,
Mhm.
value beauty, and that's what we're arguing.
No, 100%. And that's where I am. And that's where I make my money. But that doesn't mean that I would generalize like these very superficial, very minimal interaction sort of like dynamics and like generalize that onto the general population. That's not what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a partner.
Okay. Again, that's what you're not looking for when you come to a partner, but men value beauty. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, everybody values beauty. Actually, more attractive men, taller men make more money.
Okay.
How come you're talking a lot more than him? Is it because you're taller than him?
That has nothing to do with anything because I just told you before, a man that isn't attractive can still attract the opposite gender through other means. There's plenty of ugly millionaires that I've seen in Miami. You've seen it yourself. Sugar daddies with bad bitches. You ain't gonna see a woman, right? Like it doesn't work the other way around.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah, taller men make more money, but how many tall men are there that make a bunch of money? Per capita, yeah, sure. But like overall, there's not that many tall men out there for to say that they all make a bunch of money. So I get my picking and choosing. And I also didn't hear the conversation about her dating preferences or whatever. But to be completely honest with you, if you want a woman with some traditional values, someone who cares about the relationship and family and stuff, you're not gonna find it in a girl who does bottle service for a living and has manipulated her body to look more attractive to the men. Because how you act at work, most of the time that's true of how you act outside of work. So if you understood enough to know that I have to cut up my body so that these men will give me more money, that's a big step. That's huge. That's me having enough insecurities to go and get surgery to increase my height as a man so that I can get more girls. You've cut your breast open and put silicone implants in there so that you can have more guys give you money. Not even get more guys, have them give you money. So if that's how you are personally, not just in your workplace, because this also affects you outside of your workplace. If this is the mindset that you've developed or have or had, surely this is how you are outside of your workplace. Surely you're not going to quit because you just said you're not. Why would you quit to start a family when you're making all this money? Surely you don't want a man to impregnate you and put your career at risk. No. So you've already deviated from the natural means of our natural human relationship progression. You've already deviated. In her mind, she's like, I'm making money for my future. You've left your future years ago when you decided to come across the mindset to change your physical body so a man will give you more money. You've deviated already. Girl, you're gone. You're not a part of the natural. Like, you have adult content makers now trying to come back from that. And you see that their souls are sucked back into the industry because they just can't escape. What she does is on a lower level of like that kind of stuff, but it's still prostitution. It's still body for money, sexualized body for money. That's what prostitution is. A lot of people will argue, oh, well, if I go to work as a construction worker, I'm using my body for work. So that's also prostitution. Yeah, sure. If you want to call an ice cream a dog, we could do that all day.
They're attracting specific types of women that are looking for men to give them money based on their beauty. And not everybody's looking for that sort of interaction. I could be looking for that sort of interaction in my workplace. That's how I make a living. But that doesn't mean that that's what I'm looking for in my personal life or my
It
love
doesn't
life.
change the fact that men prioritize beauty, and that is the argument. That's it. That's all it is.
True.
Like, I don't know what you're like trying to say here.
We got in the chat.
We got our boy
Bam,
Bam
bam,
Kevo on the show.
Kevin was good, brother.
Yeah. I still don't understand your
Kevo,
argument.
is she capping, bro? Kevo, do you actually know her? You know Batman Kevo?
Huh?
Do you know Batman Kevo?
Who?
Batman Kevo?
I don't know who that is. Never
Okay.
seen him.
As a bottle
Okay.
girl? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
as a bottle girl.
so what's your argument?
Never seen him.
Now,
Yeah, fuck him
now we're past that. Like, I mean, the simple that a man.
So my argument is that men don't only look at women's beauty because men are looking for wives and moms.
I never
for
said
their
it's only.
children.
I said it's the.
And why would he find that in a bottle girl? We call them bottle girls, but they're really prostitutes. Why would he find a wife or mom in a prostitute? And the kind of man that finds a wife or mom in a prostitute is the wrong kind of guy.
Primary commodity that
That's
they look
how
for
it
first.
starts.
Please listen.
And I
That's how
also
it
think that
starts.
women are
the first thing, first impression.
women also look at attraction. I feel like there's a lot of men that come up to us and we're like, no, I'm not going to talk to you
But
because I
attraction
don't
for
think
a
you're
man is a
attractive.
multivariate metric.
And
There's
so
other
is
things,
women's attraction to men. That's what I'm saying.
bro. If a girl's a millionaire but she's bad, I don't give a fuck. She's a millionaire. I'm talking to her because she's hot
Well,
first.
the metrics could be different, but they're still varied.
How's
Bro.
it varied?
Because you want a woman that's submissive. Because, okay, for example, you guys wouldn't date me. Doesn't matter if I
Facts.
was a 10, I'm not.
Facts.
But if I
Facts.
was, you wouldn't date
No.
me. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Chris,
Because it's multivaried.
I
Is
think
what I'm
we're-
saying.
I
You're
think
looking for other
we've-
things,
we've
not just one thing.
lost, This is diminishing returns.
He said this is diminishing returns. I mean, not her, but the characteristic values that she decides to embody, those are diminishing returns. And so the problem that she's saying here is, yeah, sure, you're attracted to me physically first, but there are also other factors that men consider when they look at me. So yeah, sure, they might be attracted to me physically first, but once they get to know me, then they find out that I can be a wife or mom to their legacy, which it makes sense in theory until you get to know them. So for example, you have all these girls dressing half naked and you know, showing off their body parts and stuff. You know, it takes a certain kind of mindset to do that kind of thing. And so when a guy sees that kind of thing on Instagram, you know he's not thinking about you as a wife, right? Your multi-factor authentication is not working because one, yeah, sure, he may be attracted to you and your manipulated body parts and your makeup and your demeanor and all of this fake stuff around you, but then he gets to know the personality behind the person who is able to do those things. Someone who's able to go out as a prostitute to make their money is vastly different from someone who wants to bake cakes for money. Those are two completely different mindsets. One says I'm going to use my skill, the other says I'm going to use the attraction people have to my physical body, right? And you'll say, well, being a bottle girl takes a lot of skill and stuff. Yeah, but how much skill to actually do a business? Prostitution is not business skills. It's I come as I am and you like me and you want to give me money. That's it. There's no value exchange. Therefore, the mindset that you have to build in order to be a prostitute is this. It's tiny. There's nothing there. There's no substance there. It's just, I am attractive, give me money. And that's why it's diminishing returns. That's why your multi-factor authentication for verifying whether you're mom or wife doesn't exist, because the standards for mom or wife from a guy who actually wants to pursue those traditional values doesn't exist in you. And when you find a guy whom that does exist in and still wants to wife you up or make you the mother of his children, you'll find that he later on cheats on you. He might use you. He might mistreat the relationship, not pay you attention, be interested in other girls who also have modified body parts. It's a losing game. And for some reason, she doesn't want to see that because of money. Simply because of money. Because she said, what am I going to do? Quit? It's literally become her life. It's become her perspective. It's become how she sees the world. Because these girls as well, you'll ask them, do men cheat? Yeah, all men cheat. Why do you think that? Oh, I don't know, maybe because you're a prostitute and you help men cheat. So therefore, all men cheat. Why would you think that if you weren't a prostitute? Case in point. That was interesting. If you guys got any value out of that, drop a like. I appreciate a subscribe so you can get more of my videos. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Peace.